Hi, it's Elise from Cloth and Carry. I'm just here to show you how to run through the Fidella FlowClick. Now I have flipped my buckles on this particular carrier and I have created a separate video on how to do that. So if you're not sure how to do it, then please go and watch that video. What it means is that I can wear it apron style. So I've got this all cinched down. My demo doll is a newborn size, so he's very little. Apron style means that you let the carrier dangle down when you put it on with the waistband, and make sure that your waistband is nice and tight. A little shuffle, and with a newborn you want the top of their head right underneath your chin, so the actual carrier, because their bottom sits quite low down, the actual carrier ends up quite high around your waist. Sometimes it's too hard to apron style with a newborn because they're too small, and you need to flip your buckles back. It's easy to do, it's quick, it's just a little bit more comfortable and easier to get the comfy seat for a bigger baby, but I'll show you with the buckles flipped for now. So that's tight. I can't fit my entire hands up inside that waistband. So this is Derek, my demo doll. So I'm going to support his whole body with my entire arm. So his head sits in the crook of my elbow here. My whole forearm covers baby's back on an angle, which means I have full coverage of his important spinal cord, and then I have his hip in my hand. So I'm holding onto the thigh basically of that leg, and I have full control over his buttocks and his thigh, and his whole body is supported. So babies like to be in smushy, nice and close, so I can make sure that my baby is happy before I start doing anything, and then when he's ready to come upright, if I just sort of push my non-holding hand across and bring those little legs apart a little bit, they don't have to be splayed, they need to be nice and comfortably pulled apart. But I'm going to just swap hands for a moment. Other hand comes right across baby's body and the little legs come out to the sides. So now that I know that his legs are comfortable, and my forearm can sort of push them across, I'm going to use that free hand again to lift my carrier panel up over baby's back, and now that hand is on my baby's back and I can take the other hand out, and this is going to be my working hand for now. So I'm going to bring my straps up, and you can keep swapping hands and fluffing around if you want to, but I am quite happy to do it with just one hand. And then what I'm going to do is reach behind me and grab onto those straps and give a big tighten. So what that does is pull tension right through the whole carrier. Just bring baby's little arm up a little bit so that he doesn't get uncomfortable. Pulls tension through the whole carrier so that I know that he's safe inside the carrier and he's not going to go anywhere. And now that I know that this feels nice and tight right up against my body, I'm going to bring my other hand back as well, grab onto the straps, shuffle a little bit, and then I'm going to cross them over. So the beauty of the FlowClick is that you really can just hold onto the whole strap in your hand and shuffle the whole thing tighter at the same time. Where the FlyClick, you need to tighten each separate part of the width of the strap as you're going, but it makes it mold a little bit more to your body in the FlyClick. So this is obviously the FlowClick. So what I'm going to do is, now that I've made sure that my straps are not going to fall off my shoulders, and they're not right up against the bottom of my neck there, I do have quite slim shoulder space, so they sort of sit right in the middle, I hope. And then if we hold on to both of the straps in each hand, you can see there's a cross in my back. If I'm not happy with the position, I can move it down a little bit now, and then what I'm going to do is lock my elbows into my body, holding onto the straps nice and close. I'm going to bring my hands out to the sides, and I'm just going to shuffle my shoulders and pull on the straps at the same time. And what that does is get it nice and tight and safe, and it also makes sure that it's all molded around my body. So now I've got the tension in my my working hand from before, and I'm going to use my other hand to fold that fabric in and tighten the straps up without losing the tension that I just created in my straps. And then I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm still holding on with that same working hand, and my other hand is just flipping the fabric over, and it's nice and tight. So you can see that the straps in the FlowClick are not as long as in the FlyClick, which is great. It doesn't end up as a trip hazard for me, my little 6'8" sorry, 6 foot, 5 foot, 4 body. But what I can do is tie it up in a bow if I want it out of the way, and then I know my baby is nice and close enough to kiss. My carrier is tight, his face is fully visible, his chin is up off his chest, he's not slumped down because the carrier is tight and it's in, and he's up nice and high, and he's not sort of falling down on my belly or my boobs. And his spine is nicely supported. If I'm not happy with the position of his legs and his hips, I can just roll my ring in onto my fingers here so that it doesn't damage my wrap or my baby's clothes. And then if I slide my hands gently inside the carrier, so in through here, and then just grab onto the bottom and give it a little tuck there. Make sure he's in the middle of the carrier. That's not impeding his little leg movement. And now his bottom should sit into the carrier, not, obviously I haven't got the waistband underneath, but he's not sitting on a waistband, he's not stuck up anywhere, and his little legs are free to move, they're in nice and close to his body there. So that is how to do the FlowClick, with the waistband apron style and the buckles flipped. My neck support is nice and tight, and I know that his head can't fall backwards, but if he needs extra neck support, I've got a little hood here that I can do up through the little straps here and just pull it nice and tight. There, like that. And same on the other side, obviously. I'm going to undo that. So to get out, you're obviously just going to do the same thing backwards. Undo the straps, hand on the baby at all times. So as soon as this knot comes undone, the baby is at a falls risk. So hand across the full width of the baby's back and supporting the head with my fingers. And then I'm just going to undo this strap here and pull it down off my shoulders, swap hands, pull it off my shoulders, and hand comes in, back into the same position as we started, elbow with the head. I'm holding onto his thigh and buttocks, and then I've got full control over my baby's body. And he can be changed or cuddled or fed or whatever it is that he needs. Thank you.